Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Crimson Vegas, and we're back with Civ Beyond Earth. And we're going to be playing as the African Union once again. So, it's been a while since my last video, and the reason why is because there was an update to this particular mod that we're playing here, and I'm not exactly sure what were the things that were added, if there are any changes. I'm not actually sure of all the things that are different at this point, so we may expect some unusual behavior here and there. Well, there's no guarantee, but hopefully there's not going to be too many changes. Usually these updates, they're not too radically different. Nevertheless, we're going to be on the lookout, and yeah, we're going to be playing as normal. As you can see, we have an economic crisis here. We are making quite a bit of culture. I probably should have been a little bit better, but hey, it's not bad. It's fine. And we're making quite a bit of diplomatic capital because of all the specialists that we have. Apparently, the best way to generate diplomatic capital is to have a lot of specialists in this game, which will allow us to buy a lot of things. Unfortunately, it does mean that you can have a lot of specialist buildings, which they all cost a lot of energy. This mod, unfortunately, does something a little bit unfortunate, which is it causes every single thing you want to build to cost energy, and there's no way for you to reduce that kind of upkeep. So every single development you want to create, even though it's kind of essential if you want to stay competitive in the game, they all require energy. So it makes energy a little bit overpowered this time around, and you're going to find yourself not buying things with energy. It kind of makes no sense. Why would you build or buy things if everything you buy is going to reduce your energy income? Almost everything. There are very few buildings that actually increase your energy income. This mod has pretty much annihilated most of them. If you want to make any kind of energy at this point, you're going to have to go for very specific technologies. Mostly on the purity tree, I think. Yeah, the purity tree probably has a lot of energy boosting stuff because we just can't find any. Yeah, I'm just having a really hard time finding any energy boosting buildings on the Supremacy and Harmony hybrid. Harmony seems to have a lot of health and food, which is kind of our gimmick, even though that's not really enough. Supremacy seems to have a lot of production, maybe a little bit of energy, but it's just... Yeah, we have this, and... No, there's no energy. I can't seem to find any kind of massive energy boosting buildings anywhere. So, yeah, that's a bit of an imbalance here, and I kind of hope that they will improve this. Yeah, everything everywhere is pretty much having an energy cost, every single building, so that's kind of an oversight, and they probably need to fix this. Maybe add some energy boosting buildings here and there. In fact, we are losing energy despite the fact that we took a lot of personality traits that improve energy income, so I may have to switch, which is so very hard to believe. I can't believe I'm gonna have to switch these two into something that will improve energy as well. So it really ruins any potential for a varied playstyle. It kind of limits your options for the rest of the game. But nevertheless, I'm kind of enjoying myself. Hopefully we'll shuffle some specialists around, see what we can do, and yeah, we may have to shuffle off a couple of them, just focus on energy for the most part. In fact, yeah, I just realized there's not a lot of buildings that even have energy specialists. I have, these are the only two I have left. And I have researched a lot of things so far. I can't believe we may have to sort of delete certain things. Maybe trade routes will solve our problems. I don't know. Even trade routes have energy cost, for God's sake. It's just ridiculous. So, I don't know. Do I want to shuffle some trade routes around as well? I don't know. Do we have... let's check out the trade route situation. Take a look at this. Available routes. How many do we have available? Bongani, Magan. So yeah, we have 2 trade routes available, I suppose. Let's just remove the renewal thing. Oops. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna remove the auto renewal. This kind of creates some trouble. Yeah, they're all producing tons of energy, and we're still in the negative. I don't understand. Anyways. I'm probably doing something wrong. Hopefully someone who knows, is familiar with the mod, will tell me what exactly I'm doing wrong at this point, and maybe give me some advice. And man, I would love to have built a colonist, but as you can see, there's really no place for us to expand and capitalize on it without becoming too vulnerable. If I built a city right here, everyone in the region is gonna start attacking me and just annihilate that city. I probably should have built here much earlier, but again, it's a very vulnerable position, and in all likelihood, the Cafetan Protectorate, they're gonna come here and just immediately smash my city, so it's just kind of pointless. And this is a very tight quarter. But anyway, my priority at this point in the game is, as I mentioned earlier, I think I mentioned this earlier, is to acquire as many affinity points as possible, particularly supremacy and harmony, which will allow us to upgrade our units, in particular, the marine guys over here. I'm trying to go for the Hellion. The Hellions are pretty good, pretty powerful. We may have to pass by one of these two, Disciples or the Brawlers. Hopefully it's the Brawlers. Actually, the Disciples are not very good either, not very bad either. So either way, it's pretty good. It's pretty good to go towards the hybrid situation, and then we can start maybe moving around, and moving out of this mountain situation, and just maybe attacking the integer people over here, or even this guy here, capture Krabost, which is like Krabrost. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. We might even capture this and eventually liberate this city, or actually maybe even capture all of these. Because we're actually starting to get a little bit outnumbered in terms of city count. 5 cities is not what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more. But what can you do? We'll make the best of it. So yeah, look at this. Not much energy. Like, this is kind of funny. We have a repair facility here. It produces +1 energy and +1 health, but it also costs 1 energy. Like, I don't get it. It's so bizarre. It also needs titanium. What? Oh yeah, we don't have any titanium. Great. So yeah, what am I going to build at this point? There's really nothing you can build here. I guess, you know what, trade convoy, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. And we are constantly outnumbered because our economy sucks, so we kind of have a cap on how many units we can build. We're constantly capped at all times. Oh, someone has a covert operation. One of them is in Magan, and another one is in Thabo. Right, so we have 2 covert operations occurring in our lands. This is the covert situation here. Let's see. Alright, so this one is in first rank, almost first rank. So there's not too many operations they can do there. And in fact, most of them are... Yeah, there's no other city with any kind of covert operation happening. Oh, actually, Krabros seems to have a 3, almost a 3. Interesting. But yeah, all the others are quite safe, quite immune to any kind of covert situation. And I'm guessing it's the Chunk Su. These guys have a lot of spies going on. But right now, they're pretty much at the bottom of the food chain. Yeah, Han Jae-moon. These are Han... Yeah, Han Jae-moon, I think it's the name of the leader of the situation, yeah. I'm not sure why everyone is really trying to attack me at this point. I'm pretty much immune to any kind of attacks. Should probably find some other victim. Anyway, let's heal this guy. You control a lot of territory. Let's hope you use it wisely. That's actually not true. That is not very accurate. I control very little territory compared to like the top players here. Even some of the lower players. What the hell? Oh yeah, our trade convoy was destroyed by miasma, and we're already losing gold. It's just ridiculous. Nothing to build here. I probably should have... Well, this city doesn't have a lot of production. I suppose this is a fine thing to build. Huh. You know what? I think it's time for us to check out these specialists real quick. Alright, so this city doesn't have defense perimeter. We should probably purchase something here. I think we should purchase any building that will grant energy production. Like maybe the thorium reactor. There we go. We're going to purchase this with capital at this point because we have plenty. And here comes the thorium reactor. There we go. We're going to ignore all the other stuff there. Going to focus on these two. There we are. Actually, there's already some energy production there. Hang on. Good. There we should. We did some shuffling around of these things. Although actually, there's a little bit of energy production here, and this one gives +3 energy and 1 political capital, whereas here +3 energy and 1 production. Sounds like this one is a slightly better deal there. You know what? Oh yeah, this is way better than this. I don't know why. It's a very strange auto-assignment going on here. I'm really kind of being forced to shuffle things deliberately. Oops, no. There we go. Lock that down. Now we're making some energy. Good. And the production hasn't been affected too much, I suppose. Alright, let me just take a look here. So this one is very important because of the food. And this city really needs food. So I guess I'm not going to be doing much here. What about Thabo? Let's see. They have 16 population, so I'm sure they have something to spare. Nope, nope. All the population is pretty hard working. There's no useless tiles being worked. Most of them providing culture and stuff. I don't know. I guess we need more population, perhaps? Even the capital is having some trouble. Oh yeah, okay. So the thorium reactor is quite full. I guess we could shuffle some things around. Let's take a look. And they are going to grow in 3 turns, I suppose. So eventually these specialist situation is going to be filled up over time. Or maybe they might fill up some energy-producing tiles. Although we don't have a lot of them. I don't know. We do have some workers here, I guess. We might build some more generators and eventually they get filled up. Yeah, let's do that. Just fill the whole place with generators and we'll be fine. The city needs more growth, so might as well build a farm there. So we're losing some trade routes here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to replace them over time because of the miasma situation. Hopefully we reach rank 8 in harmony, and then we can like just become immune to miasma, I suppose. Sure, build a generator. Trade convoy is gonna have to move to some other city, Magan or Bongani. Let's go to Magan first because this city has a lot more options and it's gonna produce more gold, I suppose, more energy. Nope. They keep asking me this. I am not gonna give that to you. There's no way I'm gonna give you more health. I mean, they're expanding like crazy as is. Look at this. They have a very wide open space. These guys got lucky. It's a little bit unbalanced. The Civ spawning situation. We have spawned in a very cramped location here, and so did the Integer guys. Whereas these guys, they are just in a very wide open space all around them. This is a very unbalanced spawning mechanism. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but it kind of makes the game a little bit unpleasant to play, to be honest. Alright, so as you can see, anything we build is going to cost us some energy. So if we want to stack certain effects, it's going to damage our economy one way or the other, which is something I don't really enjoy. 25% food in this city? I mean, this is Thabo. They don't need that much. I don't know. And if we build more troops, again, it's going to cost even more energy. It's actually ridiculous. The only way to get past the situation is to build more cities, I guess. Building more cities will grant you more. But hey, we don't have any more locations to expand. Unless we build a bunch of, like, filler cities. Maybe one here. Yeah, but it's just so filler that, you know, it's kind of pointless. It kind of destroys the... I don't know, we're actually quite desperate. You know what? I'm gonna build one. Who cares? We're really desperate at this point. We have to branch out, build more sort of energy generators. More trade routes, you know, stuff like that. And this is actually going to be a very pointless city. Look, it's like in the middle of the snow. There's a lot of miasma there. Another unit was killed. It's just getting out of control. I don't think so. Go away. Alright. We're going to ignore everything and head straight towards the maximum energy. We're not going to send trade routes in that direction. I think we're just going to keep trading with the French, as we were doing previously. Now, if the French declare war on me, we're pretty much screwed. Actually, the Kavitan Protectorate aren't too bad, I guess. Yeah, the Kavitan Protectorate. Why don't we trade with them, too? Let's do this. I suppose their capital is probably the most powerful there. Mandira. There we go. And we're going to try and minimize the exposure to miasma as much as possible. Unfortunately, that is not possible because there's miasma everywhere. Again, another bit of oversight. There usually in vanilla there would be a quest which will spawn after you build a trade route, which will give you the option of making your trade routes immune to miasma or something. But apparently they removed this. Very questionable. It means we're going to be constantly building more trade routes. It's just ridiculous. But hey, look, our energy is actually starting to get better as we replace those trade routes. Man, the turn timer is taking quite a while there. See? Just some miasma damage. And we're making some science, which is lovely. Let's move this way. I don't know what to do at this point. I mean, I could start building more generators everywhere, but there's just no guarantee that it will be assigned by these cities, especially since I actually want them to grow, which means we're pretty much forced to have these grower specialists everywhere. Yeah. 20% chance, that looks good, that is fine. Get more capital out of this. Which means we don't have to produce anything anymore. Is it possible to buy units with diplomatic capital? It is, actually. Yes, it is. We could do that. Alright, so we're gonna just produce a bunch of capital, and eventually we're gonna have like a huge burst of units and just start invading the integer lands, I suppose. But right now, it's kind of pointless to declare war against anyone because, yeah, people are having a hard time attacking each other as soon as the city defenses go to 35 because, yeah, because all the standard units have like 14 combat strength, which is very, very low. Did someone just steal some of our... Oh, we did it. Okay, but our apparently the spy was detected, and we managed to actually steal some energy from that city. Lovely. So is that a quest? I don't think that was the quest. I'm not exactly sure. Let me check the quest again. Operative extraction perform. Steal science. I see. So we just stole some energy. Now we want to try and steal some science. Unfortunately, the intrigue level is not high enough. Oh, we barely made it. Well, it looks like we're going to have to try and siphon energy once again. It's going to take another 24 turns, and then maybe another 24 turns after that in order to complete the science thing. So yeah, this quest is going to take quite a while to finish. And we're just pretty much waiting. This is very uninteractive, to be honest. Not my idea of fun, I gotta say. So we want nothing... this city is very small, so we're not going to build anything that requires... I guess... specialists? Yeah, it's kind of pointless at this point. Although we do want to have a farm lab, perhaps. There's an honor plant here from basalt. Yeah, we do have some basalt, I guess. You know what? Let me try and purchase something, and then we'll get back. Oh, we don't have any. We don't have enough. All right. You know what? You're gonna start building something that is useful in the long term, not so much in the short term. Maybe one of those defensive buildings that grant culture. How about that? Oh yeah, you know what? Build this. And as soon as we have enough capital, we're going to start purchasing buildings. What's happening here? Interesting. So these guys actually control an alien, just fighting the aliens with the aliens. White peace. A clear victor will not be established. Yeah, sure, whatever. So we made peace with this guy. Yeah, so we couldn't attack him because his city is surrounded by mountains and trenches, and we didn't have really a clear opening towards the city. There's a lot of mountains and forests as well, and our units are not going to deal enough combat damage against this guy. I mean, it's way too powerful. It has like a wall or whatever. It has the multiple defensive buildings, and so it's pretty much immune to attack. But as soon as we have the upgrades, we can break this. We can break this stalemate. And hopefully, if we can upgrade our aircraft, it's going to pretty much make the game very, very easy. So, science is actually very important right now. And we have plenty of science, I suppose. We're doing fine. Alright, what next? I don't think I'm going to rely on specialists here either. Although... Oh yeah, let's go for some more convoys. There we are. I could grab more oil, I suppose, but I'm just having a hard time actually selling this stuff. Oh. So I guess this guy has nothing to do. Did we build a... Oh yeah, there's a xenomass well there. Good. Actually, is there any miasma there? There's no miasma. Alright. There we are. We're going to try and minimize the benefit that they gain. You know what? This is fine. Let's do it. Can't be too picky. And I'm actually glad that we siphoned some energy from these guys here in this mission because... Oops. Yeah, because we were running low. So that actually kind of saved our asses. That was kind of essential. Another unit was killed. Interesting. More capital. And we just completed this, which means more health. Good. Once we build the new city, level 6 supremacy. Lovely. So now we have tons of Iraxite all of a sudden, which means we can build a lot of supremacy units if we want to. And we have some upgrades. Yay. The tax jet, which is a standard sort of flying unit here. Plus 20% when intercepting, plus 15% against land and sea units. We're probably going to be playing an offensive war from now on, especially with these guys. I mean, we really need to break out of this sort of landlock inside the mountains there. So we're going to grab this one. An offensive power. And we're going to grab this guy, plus 20% when next to friendly units. Or do we grab the flat 8%, flat 20% or 8% per adjacent? This is actually quite controversial. There's no guarantee that we're going to be constantly next to... So if we want this to become better than this, we need at least 3 units surrounding this guy in order to maintain this bonus. Whereas 20% is pretty much going to be constant. So you know what? I'm going to grab this. Especially in this very clumped up terrain we're having here. Alright. Now this is a navy unit, so we're pretty much not going to be... It's not going to be very important. We're just going to grab this one, I suppose. Yeah, just whatever. Alrighty. More policies. We're going to grab any policy that will increase our energy income. Trade routes with stations grant plus 6 energy per station tier. Huh. We only have 2 trade routes with stations at this point, so I don't see the point. I don't know. I really don't know. 25% production towards orbital units. You know what? Let's try this one. Oh, God, this is so confusing. 1% of stockpile energy amount every turn. So 1% of 500 is how much? Divide by 100. It's like plus 5 energy, I guess. We gain 5 energy, and it's actually going to get lower because we're losing a lot of energy anyway. You know what? I'm gonna try this one. Wow, wow, that went from 34 to minus 34 to minus. Interesting. Even though we only have like 2 trade routes with the stations. I guess it has to do with the tier. Maybe they're high tier. Maybe they're more than tier 1. I honestly don't understand how the tier thing works. So just let's take a look, shall we? Adept Blue and Church of Dawn's Light. Like, what is the tier of these two? Let's take a look. Oh, so it's a tier 3. Interesting. So it's going to provide a lot of energy. Oh, lovely. So the worst thing that could happen is if these 2 stations actually get destroyed. Another tier 3. Lovely. We're actually getting like, what, 18 energy from this city? Wow. That is actually pretty hardcore. That is way too much gain from a single trade route. Anyway. So I have a trade route here. About to be produced. Let me just double check once again. Available. So we have 1 more available. Alright. We're already building a trade route over there. It's good. So now this city really has nothing to do anymore. You know what? I guess we could grab the bionic slab and just gain some extra health. You know what? It's fine. Yeah, we're actually running low on health all of a sudden. So I guess that's kind of beneficial. And this city as well. Wow, this takes a really long time to build. Yeah, we'll go for it. Why not? We're gonna need a lot more harmony to actually fill this up. Anyway, we can do it. We'll be fine. Interesting. I didn't notice this guy. Orbital fabricator. When did I build this? How did we find it? Oh, I think I realize. Maybe it was some kind of quest we fulfilled, so it gave us an orbital fabricator. I really don't care about this thing anyway. I don't know, man. Maybe we can try and build some wonders. We do have some geothermal. I guess we can try something else. Master control. What does this thing do? +3 free assignable population. That's actually not bad. We do need a lot more of these. You know what? Let's try this one. Because we now have an orbital fabricator, which will improve the production of this city, right? Yeah. Let's give it a try. There we go. You need floatstone. What? Alright, so apparently this thing actually requires floatstone. And it reduced master control required turns for production. Yeah, we're down from 15, from 12. We're down to 12 from 15, so that's good. I'm actually going to reduce them. I'm going to try to reduce some of the miasma in our base so that, yeah, so this means the trade routes will have less miasma to pass through, which would be convenient. Now, I'm guessing by the time this trade convoy is complete, one of our trade routes is going to be destroyed anyway, so, you know, this is a good replacement either way. Oops. Give me a sec. Gonna have to use the arrow keys. There we are. Move this way. Now this means we're gonna need one more unit to actually defend this area. Hopefully one of these gunners, I suppose. We could always build a new gunner. Yeah, that'll work. Alrighty. Yes, we applaud my energy production. I mean, you have no idea how much I suffered because of this. Uh-oh. Well, at least we can see the... Yeah, so this is what happens when you play a game after an upgrade. We're gonna have some weird quest shenanigans. But we still get the... we can see here the tooltip, thankfully, actually tells us what this thing gives. So, +1 diplomatic capital from surveillance webs, or... +2 sight range for covert ops and foreign cities. I don't think we need this one too much. Let's grab the more diplomatic capital. We barely gained 1. It's fine. Could grab another bionic slab. How much does it take to actually purchase this thing? Quite a bit. Yeah, 1,320. Holy crap. Holy smokes, that is a lot. From farm improvements. Since we don't have any farms here, that is kind of pointless. But I do want to keep the city a little bit busy, so we should just grab a bionic slab, I suppose. Yeah, according 3 turns, that's fine. I mean, I have nothing else to build at this point. Until we're at another war or something, in which case we're just going to mass produce units. But right now, we can't afford to keep them. We'll try that. Now, if there's any station nearby, I would want to send a trade route there, but apparently there's only 2 stations close to us. Yeah, this will be fine. There we are. We are now in positive figures. Finally. So things are getting pretty cramped up everywhere. Even our scouts are having trouble moving around. Okay, I was kind of looking for these crater areas so that we can complete that crater quest. Unfortunately, most of the craters are located in the northern hemisphere, and they are located in places that are, well, they're already inside certain civs lands, I suppose. So they're kind of off limits without open borders or something, which we don't have. Most of the civs are actually unfriendly at this point, despite the fact that we are pretty much at the top. Let's just try and break out of this. It would have been nice if there was an indicator telling us where exactly is the creator sites that have not been searched. And by creator, by the way, but for those of you who did not watch the previous episodes, where was it? Acclamation? No. Two farm improvements. Yeah, this is the broken quest which we had previously. Secure compounds, build master jester. I think that was also broken. Actually. Alright, there we go. This is the quest. We need two more. We need two more meteorite craters. And it would have been nice if the quest actually told you where they are so that we can go and explore them. This is very inconvenient. We actually have to sort of keep track of all the others that we have searched previously. Like, we have this one here. I don't think I've actually searched this one. But even if it was the one that we're looking for, where's the last one? This right here? Yeah, it could be, actually. Or did I already search this? I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Do we even have open borders with this guy? Oh yeah, we do have open borders. Interesting. You know what? We're gonna send this flyer here. I think he will be able to search that place. Well, we can only hope. Oops. So it's nice to know these nests have not been destroyed. So if we build a city here, we might be able to sort of have them in my territory, which would be lovely. Oh, for God's sake, get out of my way. There we are. That's a lovely shopping list there. Let's grab this one.